Welcome back, everyone. Racer X here, and today I thought I would put a short video together for you guys about Chrysler. And I realize there's not a whole lot going on in the news right now about Chrysler, which is why I wanted to talk about it today. And for those of you guys that have followed my channel for a while, you realize that about 9 months ago, there was a lot of stuff in the news about Chrysler because the great-grandson of Walter P. Chrysler, Frank Rhodes, was basically sending letters and putting a whole bunch of stuff out there in the media about how bad things had gotten at Chrysler and under the Mopar brands, how displeased he was with Carlos Tavares and his team for basically running these brands into the ground, especially Chrysler being 100 years old. I mean, it's been out there forever, and he felt like things were going so poorly that he felt like an American buyout was absolutely necessary. We had him on a live on my channel. We talked through this a lot, right? But it really opened up some eyeballs as to just how bad things got under Carlos Tavares, just over there at Stellantis in terms of shareholder value. I mean, we all know the story there, but I kind of wondered what Frank Rhodes has been up to. He's been pretty quiet really for the last 8 months. So I gave him a call yesterday, and he gave me some pretty interesting information, which I will share with you guys today. If you guys are brand new to the channel, please do me a big, gigantic favor. Hit that subscribe button. It's right over here. Only about 18% of you guys watching at home are actually subscribed to the channel. It costs $0 to do so, and off we go. Really quick, before we get on with today's video, just a super quick reminder, I am still running my Memorial Day sale. So obviously Memorial Day is over, but I'm still running my hats 30% off. I've not taken that sale down yet. So for the next 20 hats, either black or red, I will still give you that 30% off on my Etsy store, guys. So if you want to support my channel, you want one of my new hats, go to my Etsy store, which I will pin in the comment section to make it easy to find. Get 30% off. No need to put in any sort of code or anything. It will automatically come up. And like I said, only for the next 20 hats will I do that. Don't miss out. Just to give a little bit of context, we know that Carlos Tavares, the former CEO of Stellantis, left back in December of last year. So it's been about 6 months he's been gone. Right now, we know there were a lot of external pressures on the board to make that move. And we really haven't had a sitting CEO over Stellantis in the past 6 months, although they have been looking for Tavares' replacement. And it was recently revealed that they found the person they were wanting to put in that position, Antonio Filosa, former COO over North America, also former CEO over Jeep. This is a guy that has actually been under the Stellantis umbrella now for 26 years. So it's not like he is new to the game. Now, I don't know if it's a good move putting Antonio in this position or a bad move. A lot of people close to Stellantis and who understand kind of the inner workings at Stellantis think that it will definitely be a good thing. But certainly a lot of transition over there at Stellantis right now. And Christine Fuel, who has been over Chrysler, has been there for quite some time. She is the CEO over Chrysler. And I have maintained sort of the same thought process on Chrysler for a while. I'm really surprised that Chrysler stayed afloat. As I mentioned, they have been doing their thing for over 100 years. I mean, that is when Walter P. Chrysler founded the Chrysler Corporation. It is the oldest of the Mopar brands by far. And to just watch it wither away to where they only have a minivan. That is literally the only product offering Chrysler has. Why in the world would you keep Chrysler going for just one product? But they haven't given us anything in years. I mean, we had the Chrysler 300, which was a steady performer. And it just kind of went away. Obviously, with the Charger, they shared the same chassis, all that kind of stuff. So it made sense for that car to go away. But they never gave us a replacement. They talked about some different cars that they may come out with, right? Some concept cars, some all-electric cars, but nothing that really kind of fit into the Chrysler mold. And Chrysler has just been kind of just scooting along, doing basically absolutely nothing for the longest. They haven't given us anything to get excited about. No new product offerings, nothing to even really speak of. It's just been like a church mouse, right? Just crickets. And it is really weird, the current state of Chrysler. I know Frank Rhodes, when I talked to him personally 9 months ago, he said, look, we need some new offerings. What are we doing to keep this brand going? It's going to literally die, which is why he felt like an American buyout was necessary. Here we are 9 months later under different leadership, right? But nothing has really changed at Chrysler. So I called him. When I talked to Frank yesterday, I really just kind of wanted to get an idea of how he was feeling about the future of the brand, the future of Stellantis, and if there's anything new coming down, if he felt like Chrysler was actually going to fold, just sort of see if he was feeling any better than he was 9 months ago. And I had a couple of takeaways from our conversation. Really nice guy. He's so passionate about the Chrysler brand. Obviously, we know how long it's been around, about the legacy that his grandfather left, and I understand why he was mad 9 months ago, and I understand why he's not super happy now. He kind of shared the same sentiment. He felt like, where in the world is the Chrysler product? What are they doing to sustain this brand, to keep it moving forward, giving, fresh product offerings to people, kind of keeping the brand in the news, right? There's none of that happening at all with Chrysler right now, and that is kind of a bummer. However, he did mention that he is feeling more optimistic than he was 9 months ago. Obviously, Carlos Tavares is gone. That's the first piece of it. And he mentioned that he did get some correspondence from Antonio Filosa himself in the form of an email where he explained that he was really looking forward to the future of the Chrysler brand. Stay tuned because they want to kind of put more thought into product offerings there. And he didn't go into a lot of detail about everything on that email, but he did mention to me that he had that correspondence and that Filosa is apparently all systems go for Chrysler. So I don't think Chrysler's going to be folding anytime soon. And apparently there's some renewed focus on the Chrysler brand in terms of new product offerings and maybe some things they're going to do a little bit different moving forward. And he said he had also talked to Christine Fuel, the CEO. Apparently it was some good dialogue. I could understand why there was some tension there before, but she basically shared the same sentiments. She said, look, just hang on because we've got some exciting stuff coming down the pipe for Chrysler and the brand. And we feel like, there's reason for optimism for the future. It was really great to hear Frank's thoughts around those short conversations with both Christine and Antonio. However, he is very much a man of action, which we've seen very little of, so it's guarded optimism at this point. And I'm kind of in the same boat, right? I mean, if they're saying those things, I have to believe there's a lot going on behind closed doors that we don't know about. Not necessarily a bad thing. Obviously, there's a lot of that going on at Stellantis right now. So my thought process around Chrysler is I feel like it needs to pivot, right? It doesn't make sense to keep just a minivan in the Chrysler lineup to keep the brand alive. I can't figure out how that makes any sense at all. If they were to take the Pacifica minivan and fold it into, say, the Dodge lineup and, call it the Journey again or whatever, just rebrand it, whatever, I feel like that would make more sense. I feel like Jeep can continue to maintain their identity as sort of that fun off-roading brand. Dodge can continue to be the performance sort of fun brand there. You've got Ram as kind of that workhorse style brand where a lot of the capital comes from for the Mopar brands. And that, of course, leaves us with Chrysler. And in my logical thinking mind, I feel like it's a great opportunity for Chrysler to cement itself as the luxury brand among the four, allowing each one to retain its unique identity. And if you think about Dodge, if they were to take the minivan and call it the Journey, you could technically roll something like a Grand Wagoneer, which is more luxury focused, under the Chrysler name. And if the new Stealth comes out, it could also be a Chrysler in my mind. Why couldn't they give us a 300 replacement? But I feel like if they made that more of a luxury brand, right, and they appeal to that luxury segment, I could see Chrysler having a little bit more success doing that if they did it the right way. But certainly having one thing under the Chrysler brand is not a sustainable way to do things, right? So I'm kind of hoping that they don't go way out in left field and like, oh, it's all electric stuff moving forward like I know they were going to, and maybe focus a little bit more on the luxury customers and do it the right way, get the price point to the right spot, right, where you're putting out a really nice quality product for less money than other luxury competitors, and maybe bring back that Chrysler name to mean something. Anyway, guys, that's just my thought process. I feel like maybe that would be the best way to go with Chrysler, but it's not my decision. I just wanted to kind of give you the news that I did talk to Frank Rhodes. He is slightly more optimistic about the way things are moving. And according to the executives over there, Christine and Antonio, we have a lot to look forward at Chrysler. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, what do you think about the future of the Chrysler brand? I would love to hear it in the comments down below, and I will catch you on the next one. So until then, Racer X.